Okay, so moving off of Boston Richie, but keeping that same sentiment. So say you're like a young artist with like a small budget that's looking to spend just a little bit of money on influencer marketing. You've established that niche that you're going to go after, and you've established some influencers that you think speak to that niche. With a little budget and not a lot of clout to leverage, how do you go about working with these influencers?
Well, I do think you have to, if you have a small budget, you got to be extra friendly. I think you got to be like, I think you got to use your resources. I think you got to reach out a lot of like cold DMs and emails and just be like, yo, I really fuck with what you do. This is what I do. I feel like your fans would really like my music. Or maybe not even do it like that, but establish relationships early that you know are going to put you in the space, right? Because if you don't have money to pay people, then you're going to need free promo at some point. And try and make it mutually beneficial as well. Like, how can you help them? You know, because somebody promoting your music for free, like, that's not necessarily worth their time. But if you can establish a relationship and make it feel like more of like a friendship, or that you're also doing something for them, like, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. I feel like I see some artists that are really good at that with their fan bases and like with influencers around them. Like, you know, even someone like Natanya, right? Like, she's really good at Discord and like these kind of like more like niche like group chat apps.
Yeah.
And I feel like she builds a community, and via that community like is able to like gain, like, not gain influence necessarily, but like she's a really engaged fan base that like automatically pushes her shit.
Yes.
Like, she has like hella fan pages that, even though they're small, it's like, bro, like, she's a small artist and they're still tweeting about her and spreading her information and all this different type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that allows other artists to see that and other people to see that and be like, oh, whoa, there's something going on over here. You know what I mean?
I feel like people want to do that too when it doesn't feel transactional.
Yeah.
Like, when your relationship with fans feels transactional, I feel like they might be less inclined to make a fan page.
Yeah.
Or go do this whole promotion thing by themselves. But when it feels like, oh no, we're a community and I as the artist am a part of this community, like, I'm appreciative of you guys. I see you guys are as beneficial to me as I am to you. You know what I mean? This community feeds into me as well. And I'm not just abusing it. I think that makes people want to support you way more. And then when you go to these other platforms as well and you're trying to collaborate with them and you maybe don't have a huge follower count, if you have an engaged fan base, that's going to be something that they're going to want too. Because they might follow their page, comment on their page, bring stuff to them that's going to activate their audience as well.
Exactly. You gotta, if you don't have the money, you have to spend the time.
Yeah.
And I think like, it's really the same thing it's always been. Like, there's a level of grassroots marketing that has to be done. It's just being done on the internet now.
Yeah, I think something I'm starting to see is like how to use social media as like a two-way street. You know what I mean? I think too often we think about social media as how can I say all the best things and post all the right stuff. But I think an easy and free way to get the attention of curators, artists that you want to work with is to engage with their content organically. You know what I mean? Like reposting shit from people that you want to work with. Not on any like benefit, but let me just post your shit. Let me start dropping comments. Let me start liking the story, showing that you're like genuinely supporting them however you can, however small. Because on our platform, if there was an artist that was always commenting on our reels and throwing some of them on their story, I'm way more inclined to want to have that person come be on the podcast or come get interviewed, because I'm like, oh, you're actually like showing interest. This isn't going to be just you're popping in and then you're out. You know what I mean? You actually like the platform and are engaging with our content. You know what I mean? And I think that's an easy way to get at some of these micro influencers that I think could really help your career by attaching yourself to it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.